Hello my YouTubies, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing another wear test Wednesday focused on the brand new Morphe Fluidity. This is going to be focused on the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. I have the shade F150 and it's supposed to be matte, which I'm super excited about. I actually also have the concealer, the Fluidity concealer in the shade C125, and this one says it's a soft matte formula. So this foundation retails for $18. You do get 1 fluid ounce of product. There are so many shades. It's insane. All of those little half circles are shades. I think they have a crazy amount of shades. Oh, 60 shades of this foundation. Shade range really is very, very impressive. There's a lot of really fair shades. There's a lot of really deep shades. So good job, Morphe. 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, and water resistant. It's free of oils, fragrance, and parabens, and it's great for all skin types. So like I said, I have the shade 1.5 and it says it's fair with neutral undertones. I figured this would probably suit my skin the best. If you're new to my channel, I do wear test Wednesdays every other week on my channel where I review a new foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my skin using the same primers I always use. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I have heard so much hype about this foundation. When it came out, no one's talking about it. Like, I just don't get it. So I have not seen any reviews of this foundation. I really don't know how it applies or how it performs throughout the day. I do have oily skin, so I like that it says that it is a matte finish. I am also going to be checking in at the very end of the day to share with you how this foundation held up and show you what my skin looks like after wearing this for 10 hours. It is currently 7:43 in the morning. It does come in a squeeze tube, which is very nice for travel. This is what the foundation looks like. You can see the color through the bottle, which is super nice. I think it will be a good shade match for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the back of my hand. All right, that's what the foundation looks like. It's a little runny, but as you can see, it's a pretty thick foundation. I always use a beauty blender to test out my foundations. I used to do like side by side where I would do a brush and then the beauty blender, but I just have noticed that most of the time, like how it applies with a beauty blender. This side of my skin looks very matte already. It is blending very nicely. This foundation does have really good coverage and it's already looking like it's setting down on my skin. I don't see that it's glowy. It feels like a powder finish. It doesn't feel like you need a lot of product. Yeah, this foundation is definitely full coverage for sure. All right, this is what my skin is looking like so far. It's very, very flawless looking and I really like it. It doesn't look too heavy. It does definitely look like I have foundation on, like a full face of foundation. Now let's test out the concealer. This is what the concealer looks like. You get 0.15 ounces of product. It retails for $9. It has quite a shade range. This is the shade range online. Lots of deeper skin tone colors. That's pretty cool. And then some fair shades. I have the shade C1.25. That's described as fair with neutral undertones, so it's the same description as the foundation. It does look a little lighter though, so I don't know if they really like coincide with each other. Online it says that it's supposed to help with under eye circles, it's full coverage, long wearing, multitasking, and soft matte formula. It's the same thing as the foundation. It's sweat proof, transfer resistant, water resistant, free of fragrance, and ophthalmologist tested. All right, here's what the doe foot looks like. Definitely an interesting doe foot. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it is skinny and then it kind of bulbs out at the very end when it connects to the wand. I really like the packaging. It's really, it just looks very nice. That was crazy. That blended out in no time. I can still see my dark circles. I don't think it's as full coverage as the Jouer concealer. And honestly, that's like what I'm going to be testing it, like comparing everything to now. It's pretty full coverage, I would say. It looks very nice. I'm going to add some to my forehead, down the center of my nose, and on my chin. I really like how my face is looking. Very flawless, very full coverage. I really like it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'll be back to show you how everything looks once everything is on my face. All right, guys, so I'm back. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to show you how my skin is looking before I run out the door. I freaking love how my skin looks. It literally looks the most flawless ever. So I'm really happy with it. It's not sitting weird. It looks like it's just melted into my skin, made it look really flawless, and my pores look great. My forehead looks great. It's not creasing too much yet. I just really, really love how things applied on top of it. I like that it's giving me just a little glow underneath it. Like, it's not so matte that I look flat. It does have a little bit of a glow underneath, but very subtly. So I'm gonna go throughout my day. Hopefully it stays looking like this all day because it looks so nice right now. And it's a pretty affordable foundation. So if it looks really nice and it stays nice all day, yes, that makes me very excited. Oh, and I forgot to say, I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, so be sure to subscribe before you leave. Hey you guys, I'm currently in the car. There's people looking at me. It's super weird, but it's fine. I'm never gonna see these people again. I just wanted to show you guys what my skin is looking like. It is 1 o'clock. I've had this on for 5 hours, so we're at the halfway point, and I am starting to get a little oily on my chin and then on my forehead as well. I can show you up close. Like, that's what my chin is looking like. It looks like it's breaking up a little bit, which is very strange. My cheeks look okay, but on the side of my nose, what's happening there? Okay, here's the side of my nose. And then my forehead is starting to have some lines right here. I'm not a fan of that. Hopefully it doesn't get worse because I do really like how this foundation applied at first, but I'm hopeful that things can get better. It is Super Bowl Sunday when I'm filming this. I'm mainly watching for the halftime show, the snacks, and the commercials, let's be real. All right, so I'm gonna end the check-in here, and then I will check in at the very end of the day and show you how my foundation looks. I had to blot and fix the creases. The creases were driving me bonkers, you guys. Things are looking a little better than it was. Anyway, this is what my skin is looking like after I have blotted and fixed the situation. Sitting in the car, I found some Pop-Tarts. I think they're Chris's, but they are mine now. Hey guys, I'm back. It's the end of the day. It is 6 o'clock, so I've had this foundation on for 2 minutes over 10 hours, and I have a lot of thoughts on this. First off, I don't think it's very matte. Like, I am a greasy mess right now. The whole day it's been breaking up on my chin, like around my nose has just been oil central. It's even wiped off right here. Like, I itched myself right here and it just completely rubbed the foundation off right here. My forehead lines are just like they're like another person attached to my face. It draws so much attention to my forehead. All day long I've been very focused on my lines because they are so prominent. I think that if you don't have oily skin and if you don't have issues with lines, then you might enjoy this foundation because that's primarily like my biggest concerns. Those are the things that I didn't like about this foundation. I really like the coverage. I don't think it oxidized too much, but I do think it did a little bit. And even Chris commented on my foundation, which normally he does not. Whenever I ask him like what he thinks of my foundation, he always is like, it's a foundation. It looks like it normally does. But today he commented 2 or 3 times on my foundation saying like, well, I think it's rubbing off right here. He was like, it's really changed colors since the beginning of the day. I feel like it's gotten darker. And he's like, you don't look like your oil is very controlled. And I'm like, I know it's an issue. I'm sorry. But at least he's giving me feedback and he's like noticing it. And to me, that says a lot because normally he's like, he doesn't really care. But the fact that he's pointing out all the flaws in this foundation has me really concerned about the foundation. I don't want to give up on it yet. I do want to test it out with different primers. Maybe like a really mattifying primer might work well. I don't know, maybe go in with less because I do still like how my cheeks look. Like, I feel like my cheeks look great, but the forehead and the T-zone don't look good. I have had to touch up multiple times throughout the day. Normally, I don't touch up at all. I don't know. I feel like it didn't control my oil. I feel like my wrinkles are so prominent, and I'm like trying to like go like this all day long to try and pat away the little lines that have formed. Oh yeah, and it's even coming off right here on my forehead. For this claiming to be, I have the box right here, 24-hour long wear, sweat proof, transfer resistant, and water resistant. I really wanted to like this foundation. I'm kind of bummed that it didn't work really well on my skin. I do have foundations that look worse than this at the end of the day, but I don't necessarily like it. I don't think that I would recommend this foundation. I think that's where I'm gonna leave it. I am happy to try out this foundation, and if I find a combination that works well, I am happy to share that with you guys. I'm just like not a huge fan. It did a pretty good job, and I would definitely use the concealer again. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!